What's up, guys? It's Oliver here, bringing you another Q&A to my channel. Thank you all very much for sending your questions. Description box down below for all the details on how you can send in your questions. Dustin Nunn asks, do you think TNA should sign a contract deal with the USA Network? What? Why would USA even offer TNA a contract? Oh my god, let's be real here, Dustin. USA Network would never waste their time offering TNA a flipping contract. And if freaking USA did offer TNA a contract, oh, if I'm Dixie Carter, I'm signing that shit immediately. I don't care if USA gets second thoughts. The minute I get that contract in the mail, I'm signing it. I'm faxing it over to the USA Network. I'm scanning and emailing it to the USA Network officials so that way they don't have second thoughts and try to cancel us. Yes, if TNA got offered a contract to the USA Network, absolutely, but that would never happen. Snowdrop asks, thoughts on Lucha Underground? My thoughts really haven't changed on it. I'm not really that big of a fan of Lucha Underground. Their storylines are crazy. Like, I'll give Lucha Underground that. Their storylines are really, really crazy, but for the most part, their storylines still feel like a dumb Spanish soap opera to me. And not only that, the wrestling looks really, really fake. So bland. So much spots you can just predict in the future. And that makes it look really bad. Because, you know, it's hard enough to try to convince people why you like professional wrestling. And I get it. You know, a lot of people like Lucha Underground's different style and what they do. But if you showed your friend Lucha Underground, that's the stuff where you're like, yeah, this is why. I don't know why I'm a wrestling fan. Like, that's where you can't say this is why I watch wrestling. It's more like, yeah, this is wrestling. And it's just all crazy, zany. Because, yes, I get it, wrestling, it's fiction, and they're allowed to be fiction. But sometimes Lucha Underground uses the fiction word way too often in their storylines. But at least Maxine is looking fucking hot. That's all I can really say about that. Diamond and Spoon asks, what's your favorite animated series? Are we talking about anime or cartoons? If we're talking about cartoons, the Rugrats. If we're talking about anime, Dragon Ball Z. But Hunter x Hunter is pretty close in there. I really like that one. I recently watched that one, and holy fucking shit, that was amazing. Diamond Spoon also asked, would John Cena versus Kevin Owens feud be dumber if there were a Canada versus America thing? Yeah, it'd be pretty dumb, because really, to be honest, nationality wars are always dumb and boring, and it's lazy booking. So yeah, it'd be pretty dumb. Stephen Bradley asked, would you mark out for this? And he sent me a YouTube video, and I saw the YouTube video before I did the Q&A. Just to make sure there was no copyright in there, because I don't want to get a copyright strike just because I played like 2 seconds of a video that had music in it. And it was pretty much a Nation of Domination Titantron. It was like all the black wrestlers currently employed by the WWE and Bo Dallas. And I just started laughing, and I said, yes. So yes, Stephen Bradley, I would mark out for that Nation of Domination. Because all you have to do is believe. Firefly asks, let me try again. What is your ethnicity? So Firefly pretty much, if you guys don't know, I'm half Asian. I know I don't look like it, but I am half Asian. And so Firefly was asking the question, which Asian are you? And he pretty much listed all these ethnicities. And I was all like, you don't even have mine on there, dude. He's like, God dang it, let me try again. Firefly, I am Indonesian. Dutch Indonesian is my full race, but I am Indonesian. Thus, make me half Asian. Half Dutch, half Indonesian. So there you go, man. Diamond Spoon also asked, would Triple H be as over as he is now if he had an extra H in his name? Quadruple H. No, Triple H is fine. I don't think he'd be extra over just because he added a 4th H. I think Triple H is a cooler name. Quadruple H is a little bit more of a mouthful to say, like Quadruple H. No, Triple H. Now that's a name for you. Alright, let me transfer over to the YouTube questions. I hate how YouTube is all set up. I can't really get to these questions as fast as I used to. Alright then, where did I last leave up on the YouTube questions? Oh yeah, while I'm scrolling down trying to see which question I left off, about the new Kevin Owens special edition shirt from WWEshop.com. I was looking to do a WWE Shop unboxing, but what happened was that, I don't know, this shirt came earlier than the other Kevin Owens shirt that I bought, because I bought 2 Kevin Owens shirt, and the other Kevin Owens shirt that I bought was the red, white, and blue one that he had, where it's like Fight Owens Fight. So it's pretty much like this shirt, except it says it's red, white, and blue, Fight Owens Fight. So, you know, even though Kevin Owens just lost to John Cena at the last pay-per-view, you know, even though he lost, Still a fan of Kevin Owens. Still going to support and cheer for Kevin Owens. RFB089 asks, what would you rather see Ric Flair versus Jerry Lawler in a who can sexually harass the most amount of people in high school, or superstar Billy Graham versus Bruno Sammartino in a Get Off My Lawn match with the Grim Reaper as a special guest referee? Oh, Billy Graham versus Bruno Sammartino with the Grim Reaper as a special guest referee. Holy fucking shit. You want to talk about a match of the year contender? That's a match of the fucking year. Billy Graham is already flipping insane. And you have Bruno Sammartino, who's also insane. Both are egomaniacs in their own right. I mean, okay, Ric Flair, does he really have a history for freaking with high school girls? Like, fooling around with high school girls? I don't know if he does or not. But if he does, that's kind of weird and to think about, because I never heard about that with Ric Flair, that he had a history with high school girls. I know Jerry Lawler loves the high school girls. So I'm not really interested in that. I'm not interested in seeing girls, getting sexually harassed. But I am interested in seeing two old fucks in wrestling arguing. Not even wrestling. They're arguing for the most part, with the Grim Reaper just standing there saying, I'm going to take one of you motherfuckers to the grave after this match. I hope you know that. And they're arguing who's going to get off the lawn. It's good. Oh, God, that would just be amazing. So, yes, that match, the latter, would be my choice. Reed19 asks, why did WWE give Samoa Joe such a horrible theme song? I'm pretty sure I could come up with something better in like 5 minutes if I had to. Yeah, Joe's new theme. It starts off really good, like, brr, 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 oh, ha, oh, ha. And then it goes transfer to, like, seriously, I was like, is that a Spyro the Dragon song? Like, if you ever played Spyro the Dragon, it sounds like a Spyro the Dragon song in one of the worlds. I was all like, man, dude, I feel like collecting gems right now. Like, wow, wow, wow. Like, hitting that square button, just charging all over the world. But when it comes down to it, I think Samoa Joe chose that song, Reed 19, because look up Samoa Joe's ROH theme, The Champ Is Here. Like, and if you listen to The Champ Is Here, and then you listen to the WWE theme, it's like kind of like a dumber version of it. It really is, because if you listen to the Champ Is Here song, and then listen to Samoa Joe's WWE theme, it feels like the lyrics from The Champ Is Here, The Champ Is Here. It feels like it matches with Samoa Joe's current WWE theme. So go do that, Reed 19. Listen to The Champ Is Here song, and then go listen to Samoa Joe's theme, and you'll be like, yeah, Chase is right. It's kind of like a dumber version of Samoa Joe's ROH theme. Redwood316 asks, what are your thoughts on Gambit movie we're going to get? Dumb. Okay, I get it. Gambit is a huge fan favorite with the X-Men. But really, come on, Fox. You really think that we want a Gambit single movie? Oh. Well, where's that Magneto movie you promised me? I've been waiting for the fucking Magneto movie. I'd much rather see a Magneto movie than a flipping Gambit movie or Charles Xavier movie. Hell, since Jennifer Lawrence is such a huge star, a Mystique movie would be better. Why would I care about Gambit? Isn't Gambit being played by Channing Tatum? What are we going to do with Channing Tatum? Who's going to play Rogue? Is Rogue going to be a part of it? I mean, yeah, Gambit's a cool character and all, but seriously, do we really need him to have a singular movie? Like, I understand Wolverine. Wolverine is like the most popular X-Men dude. But there are so much other X-Men guys, such as Cyclops, such as Xavier, such as Magneto, and, Mystique. Because she is the mother of Rogue and freaking Nightcrawler. That would be interesting to see that. And plus, like I said, Jennifer Lawrence is such a fucking huge star. So, I don't get it. I don't get why they're choosing Gambit. Yes, Channing Tatum's a star, too. I'm not saying Channing Tatum isn't a star. I'm just saying Gambit? Come on. Gambit. Clarkson, the Iron Man 316 Lopez asked, what if Scott Steiner was doing commentary on a Battle Royal with Big Show, Kevin Owens, Samoa Joe, Rikishi, Bully Ray, King Kong Bundy, Hugh Morris, and Fat Hardy? They're fat! I'm over here doing commentary watching these fat asses fight in the ring while I'm sitting here and then doing Dominic. That would be fucking tremendous. That would be the best. He would be calling Bully Ray a redneck. He would be calling like Kevin Owens an ugly neck beard. He'd be calling Rikishi fat ass and all the time. And oh my god, it'd be great. The Real Heel asks, Do you think Dixie Carter is hot? And would you smash her? Oh, yeah. For anyone who does not think Dixie Carter is somewhat fucking attractive, you are dumb. She is somewhat attractive. I wouldn't say she's hot, but I do think she's attractive. And yes, I would smash Dixie Carter. Of course. I'm into MILFs already. Dixie Carter fits my category of women that I am very, very interested in. So yes, I would smash Dixie Carter. Jay Walker asked, do you think WWE should bring back the 7-match series with John Cena as champion? I'm not saying it would bring prestige back into the U.S., but I think it'd be an original, good way to showcase the U.S. title once again. Yeah, the best of 7 series is always something that I feel like helps, you know, not only superstars, but also the writers a lot because, you know, you don't have to worry about what these superstars are going to be doing for the next, like, 7 or 8 or 9 weeks, depending on how you want to push it. You know that they're going to have a match at least on 2 pay-per-views already settled. And it's a good way for fans to wonder who is actually really, really better. It actually helps out a lot of the superstars involved. My only problem with John Cena being in the best of 7 series, it's not really believable. Because at this point, you expect Cena to, LOL, have a clean sweep. 4-0 on the motherfucker that he's facing. You know, it'd be hard to believe that that person could get 3 wins, and I don't think Vince McMahon would like the idea in the best of 7 series, John Cena actually after having some obstacles in that match. I don't think John Cena likes the idea of having obstacles in that match. Like, I could totally see this is how the best of 7 series would work out. Cena loses the first match, and then afterwards, Cena's like, yeah, I gave you what you want, so now I'm going to bury you. And then John Cena wins the next 4 matches, and he wins at match number 5. We don't even get 7. You know, and with John Cena, no. With other superstars on the roster, Jay, yes. I feel like a Ryback would do well with that. I feel with like a lot of guys who don't really have feuds, it would work out very, very well with them. So yeah, I would say for other guys it would help out. But for John Cena as U.S. champion, no, it wouldn't help out. It would just be more of the same Cena BS. Rebecca Olsen asked, what's the most overrated match in wrestling history? I'm going to get so much hate for that. The Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12. I'm sorry. Every time when I go back and watch WrestleManias every year, it's always the Iron Man match where I skip the first 40 minutes and then I watch the last 32 minutes. Look, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart, the first time you watch it, it is fucking tremendous. But for me personally, when it comes down to it, when you're sitting down and watching a wrestling match, you want to be able to sit there and watch it again and feel entertained. I can't. I can't with the Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart match. I mean, the first time, yes, it's really, really cool that these men went at it for 72 flipping minutes. But I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, God dang, I am so bored. And then I keep hitting the fast forward button. Just being real here. I don't need any proof that Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels are like the 2 of the best wrestlers that you'll ever see in the ring, and especially in the in-ring sense. I don't need any fucking proof for that. I already know they're fucking good. Why do I need to watch a 72-minute long match to prove that they're good? Like, god dang. Jake Loomis asked, how excited would you be if Roman Reigns, Ryback, and Randy Orton were wrestling in a triple threat match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania? And did you all know they all begin with an R? Yeah, they do begin with an R. Neville doesn't begin with an R. Kevin Owens doesn't begin with the O, K, or R. Well, I don't know what I was trying to say there. But I'd be super excited. Come on, Jake. Those are the Chase Oliver boys. And they're going at it in a triple threat match. They decide who's the WWE champion. Oh, yeah, you know, the internet, they'll be pissed off. They'll hate this. There's no freaking goats like Daniel Bryan, a farm animal, like skipping around, going to the ring, saying, yes, yes, yes. There's no Dolph Ziggler coming out with his jean jacket and his freaking guy liner shaking his ass, being like, they hear you, they hear you. You know, fans would be upset about that, but I'll be happy because I'm looking in the ring and I see Randy Orton. I see Ryback. I see Roman Reigns. And you know what I see? Real fucking men. Men that I can be proud of. Men that I can show to any woman and they'll say, oh, they're all attractive. Men that I can show to little kids where they want to aspire to be. Men where I show to other men and they feel like, man, I feel more manly watching this. Those are 3 legit fucking men in the middle of the ring going for the best belt. Will the match be good? Probably not, because Randy Orton will have to carry it. But I will love it. and I will enjoy it. Just because there's no freaking farm animals or guys who wear guy liner and women's clothes doesn't mean it's a bad match, guys. Give it a chance. Greg Toomer asks, what did you think of John Cena back as the Doctor of Thugonomics? Entertaining. I've been asked that question a lot of times, Greg. I've always said he's been entertaining. The Ultimate WWE Apologist asks, what do you think of Sean's View Entertainment? I think he's a great wide in the YWC and my personal favorite. Like I said, Ultimate WWE Apologist, I don't know if you're new. Well, you're not new, but I don't know if you're new to me saying this, but I don't really talk about other YouTubers on my channel. My channel is my own business. Sean's View is his own business. So, there you go. I don't really like talking about it. If you think he's great, good for you, man. Mr. Juicy asks, which show did you like better, Pokemon or Digimon? Oh, Digimon. Because Pokemon was boring as fuck as a TV show. Like, if we're talking about just TV show-wise, definitely Digimon. Digimon actually had a plot. It was actually a good, interesting plot for the most part. And it was fun to watch. Pokemon was just annoying to watch. It was like Ash and crew dicking around for most of the episode. And then they'll finally get to the gym. And that won't even be a gym battle. It would just be like Ash like helped save some Pokemon. Or like the gym caught on fire. And Ash helped save those Pokemon. And it was like, you felt gypped watching it. Like, he never won any of his badges, like, legit. Like, only the Thunder badge and the Volcano badge, off the top of my head, are the only badges where he legitimately won them in an actual battle against the gym leader. And that was after he got his ass kicked before, and he had to go back for rematches. So really, to be honest, when it comes down to it, Digimon I liked a lot better because there was a lot, it was like, one, it was a little bit darker for like an 8-year-old to kind of watch Digimon. Like, they had some emo-ass shit in Digimon back when you were a kid. So it was like more interesting to watch Digimon, you know, back then. But overall, as a franchise, I like Pokemon a lot better. But Digimon as a TV show is a lot better. Until they got to Season 3 where they were like sliding trading cards. Like, what the fuck was that? Joe Juicy asks, what are your thoughts on Dusty Rhodes passing away? A sad, sad thing in professional wrestling. You know, Dusty Rhodes was one of those guys that, like, you know, a lot of people knew. A lot of people knew who the American Dream was, baby. And it was sad to hear that Dusty Rhodes passed away because he provides so much impact for a lot of the young talent in today's professional wrestling. He is one of those guys that helps some of the dudes down there in NXT when it comes down to not only as performers, but writers. You know, a lot of the stuff that you see in NXT, a lot of it is pretty much Dusty Rhodes writing, Dusty Rhodes booking. And it's just like, Dusty Rhodes has such an influence from down there in NXT. And not only that, but also on the main roster, that it's like sad to know that a great wrestling genius has left us. And, you know, I know it's harder for fans to watch older stuff. I get it. You know, you're a young 16-year-old kid. You don't like seeing that something's not in high definition. But do yourself a fucking favor and watch some of Dusty's old matches in the NWA. Holy fucking shit. Those were phenomenal stuff. And you will see how over Dusty Rhodes was. You know, Dusty Rhodes is one of the greatest baby faces of all time. He is. He's literally one of the greatest baby faces of all time. And it's sad to hear that he passed away, but at least it was due to natural causes. And his family was around him at the time to celebrate the last moments of his life. It wasn't like something like sad and tragic, like commit suicide or, you know, like steroids or drug problems. No, it was natural causes, and his family was with him during his last moments of living. So at least I can rest assured that his family got to say their proper goodbyes. Because it's always sad when you hear a wrestler passed away, and it's like their family finds out like on the internet, or their family just didn't know what was going on. And that's sad to me, but at least Dusty Rhodes was able to say goodbye to his family. And it's sad to think about Dusty Rhodes because he left such an impact on professional wrestling, telling such great stories. And not only that, everyone has a Dusty imitation. And any wrestling fan at least pulls out their Dusty Rhodes every once in a while. Don't lie. If you watch professional wrestling, you at least do the American Dream voice every once in a while, baby. You either do Hard Times, or you talk about dining with the kings and queens and all that other stuff. Like, everyone pulls out a Dusty impression, whether it's good or bad. It doesn't even matter. A lot of people pull out the Dusty impression just because they know it can get a laugh, and a lot of people know who you're talking about when you do the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, baby. It's just like doing the ooh yeah, dig it, a Macho Man impression. Slapnuts 2000 asks, how come we never got a Batista versus Brock Lesnar? This was a match I've been wanting to see since the Ruthless Aggression days. Because WWE's fucking stupid. Josh Chambers, that's my answer, Slapnuts. I don't know how else to say it. WWE's fucking stupid. They don't see money. They don't understand what could be great success. They decide, oh, you know what makes more success? Let's have Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Da, da, da. No. Do Batista Lesnar. Be more money. Try to get Batista back. It's a fucking feud with Lesnar. Wouldn't you think that makes fucking sense? But no. Josh Chambers asked, do you think fans would still boo Johnson if he was still the Dr. Thugonomics? Yes. I don't care what everyone says, like, oh, I love Dr. Thugonomics, John Cena rapping his rhymes on the dime. I don't care if John Cena's coming out there doing his little freestyle talking about his nuts. No, because if John Cena was still the rapper, it would still be the same old shit. We'll talk about how his character never changed. But she's a little bit more edgy. No, John Cena and Dr. Thugonomics in this era of wrestling would be all like, Poopy, you are Poopy, and I am going to scoopy you out of the ring at Judgment Day. Bing, bing. Like something stupid like that I just pulled off. Like, that's going to be John Cena if he was the Doctor of Thugonomics today. It wouldn't be some funny stuff that he was saying, like big shows like the Gorilla Float from the Macy's Parade. We just gotta let him out of the cage and all that other stuff. Like, I can't remember the rest that he said, but I know he said something very insulting to the Big Show there that was really hilarious. But it's just like, to be honest, Dr. Thugonomics John Cena would suck in today's wrestling. It'd be like Poopy, Scoopy, Doopy, Drooly, and donkeys, and so much dumb stuff. And it would suck. And it would ruin the character that I really, really liked. Because, yeah, even though this John Cena is very unbearable and stuff like that, and he's really, really, really annoying, you know how sad it would be if Dr. of Thugonomics John Cena got ruined for me? I mean, Dr. of Thugonomics John Cena is all I have left from John Cena. That's the only time where I can say, you know what? I really liked this guy back then. Could you imagine if that got ruined for us? If Dr. of Thugonomics John Cena got ruined for us, we'd be sitting here and saying, like, God damn, what happened to this dude? It would be so sad. John Cool asked, would you take the Ruthless Aggression era over today's WWE, even though it wasn't the greatest era ever? Oh, hell yeah. Yes. Because I could actually build stars back then. There was actually entertaining television back then. Yes. There's no questions asked. I would take that. The Brad Rules asked, what did you think of Edge and Rey Mysterio versus the Pegasus and Kurt Angle back in No Mercy? In my opinion, it's on the top 10 list of favorite tag team matches. Phenomenal, great match that I think a lot of fans should check out. I think their SmackDown match is actually the better match, in my personal opinion. And then if you want to go a pay-per-view later, their Survivor Series match is also phenomenal with Eddie Guerrero and Chavo Guerrero added to it. But he's also asking what are some of my favorite tag team and mid-card matches. It's hard to really say what are my favorite tag team and mid-card matches because, you know, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, I could say that match because it did mid-card the pay-per-view, but doesn't mean it's a mid-card match. So when it comes down to mid-card matches that I really like, off the top of my head, No Mercy 99, Edge and Christian versus the Hardy Boys, you know, SummerSlam 2001, or I think it was 2002, Edge versus Eddie Guerrero. You know, I like the storyline that they were telling there with the shoulder injury that Edge was suffering and stuff like that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Zack Ryder versus Dolph Ziggler at TLC 2011, I like a lot. I just was like, you know, Zack Ryder was doing the Z True Long Island story, and I was definitely on the Ryder bandwagon. I was starting to like this guy. I was hoping this guy would succeed. I was hoping that the WWE would do something with him, and, you know, here he's facing Dolph Ziggler. I think that's the first time Dolph Ziggler ever even got heel heat is when he came out to face Zack Ryder. That was like the first time he actually generally got heel heat. Because the fans wanted to see Zack Ryder win the championship. And when Zack Ryder won, I was definitely doing woo, woo, woo. So, that's another mid-card match I really like a lot. Daniel Bryan and The Miz had some really good mid-card matches. Anytime Rey Mysterio does a Cruiserweight Championship match back in the old days, you know that match was going to be good. So those are some of my favorite mid-card matches and tag team matches. I'm sorry, Brad Rules, that I can't really give you like a definitive list. You know, the reason why I try to avoid lists and tops in the Q&As is because when it comes down to it, I have to think about this stuff. And when I think about it, it gets a lot of awkward pauses in the video where I'm standing here like, and I don't think a lot of people want to watch me trying to think about something. You know, I think a lot of people just want my answers bang, 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 bang. So when it comes down to it, I can't give list or tops because then I just feel bad. Like if someone asks me, Chase, what's your top 10 favorite wrestlers? I will just say 10 wrestlers that I like right now. And then I'm like, oh shit, I just forgot that superstar. And I'll feel bad because I'm like, I actually like that superstar more than someone I named on my top 10 list. Fake Good Mic Work asks, is John Cena's move adding his response to the IWC that mocked him for only having 5 moves? Oh, move adding his response to the IWC that mocks him for only having 5 moves? Sure. Why not? Bill Bradford asks, I'm sorry, Good Mike, Fake Good Mike. I don't know what to say to that. Sure. Pretty sure John Cena thinks about that. Where he's like, I just pulled out a 7th move out of my ass. How do you feel about that, YWC? IWC, you can't see me. Oh, that was Dr. Thugonomics Cena right there. Bill Bradford asks, why does the WWE promote every match as the greatest match ever? Because it's part of promoting. That's what you do. I mean, you kind of answered your own question. Why do they promote every match as the greatest match ever? Because that's what you do as a business. You promote that your shit's great, even if it isn't. I mean, yeah, like, you know, hardcore fans are going to sit there and be like, oh, come on, WWE, that's just fucking stupid. But, you know, the casual fans that barely watch WWE, they're going to sit there and be like, oh, this could be a great match. And they get suckered into the bullshit because if you say something, you know, you can take a, like, let's say, for example, you could take a piece of shit, and you could say, this piece of shit was great because a T-Rex pooped in it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be like, I don't think a T-Rex actually pooped out that shit. But then you'll get some dumbasses that'll actually believe this shit. And then they'll believe that the T-Rex shit is real, thus believing that dinosaurs are fucking real. You get what I'm saying? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here, Bill Bradford. It's not me rambling or saying like that. You promote something as it isn't, so that way people can believe it is. It's like me saying McDonald's is like a 5-star restaurant chain. I take a bite of the burgers and I'm like, you know what? This is the best burger ever. Better than any, you know, fancy steakhouse burger. Better than any Red Robin burger. Better than any burger in the world. This is the best burger in the world. Then you start to believe, yeah, this dude's right. That is the best burger in the world because McDonald's says it is. So I want some McDonald's. That's the whole point of promoting and all that other stuff. Do I agree with it? No. I don't agree with WWE saying half their matches is going to be the greatest match ever. But they have to do that because they want to try to sucker in a lot of dumb people. And when it comes down to it, in the world today, there are a lot of dumb people. So there you have it, guys. There's my Q&A. Hope you guys enjoyed this edition. I'll see you all next time. Enjoy your day. Peace.